The first problem, significant one, is that the easing that has taken place in the United States and in Europe on the part of central banks, and now you guys got the contagion, had the effect of helping a certain class that's not even in the 1%, and not even in the 1% of 1%, a certain class of people that got richer. Also, more structurally, that we're curing a problem that's a result of bad monetary policy by Mr. Greenspan. You lower rates, you lower rates, you lower rates. Every time something happens, you lower rates.
Right.
You cause distortions in the economy, hidden risk-taking, and then we have a crisis coming from that. Of course, we have to cure it with some monetary policy, but the risk is, of course, that we did nothing on the side.
If I may just turn and ask you two questions on oil. We mentioned that nobody could have predicted that oil will crash about 60 to 50% that it has. The question is, there was a time of peak oil, there's now a time of cheap oil. Do we risk, is the world at a larger risk because of this cheap oil than it was because of the peak oil?
I don't like cheap oil, but I like that the Saudis have less revenues. I think a good thing that the Iranian will become part of the West. I think progressively a part of the West, because that will force them, to take much more progressive. We already see the hints, attitudes. So it will have some good things, but cheap oil is a bad thing for us because it will slow down a lot of the efforts we had in finding alternative sources of energy.
Right.
And we very badly need that. Alternative sources of energy.
What are the improbables? What are the, the unpredictables for an economy like India? Is this political, religious disparity or economic disparity?
I mean, there is the economic disparity in India, but I mean, India is a robust country. It is, say, on the fragility index, it would rank. I put it less fragile than France. Right? Less fragile than many European countries. So India is we have a robust system, a system of people disagreeing without any. I mean, of course, you have a little bit. We had violence in the past, but it's nothing, serious for such a large place. It's a very robust country. It has a huge pool of talent, and at some point you had too large an administration, and that needs to be shaken. So now I think, after listening to the mood, seeing the mood with Prime Minister Modi and his approach to things, and he said something that was, to me, is critical. He said that he'd rather build 1,000 schools than one university.
Yeah, that's right.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.